Hi, one and all. In our surroundings, so many materials are there. Can you tell some compounds? Yes, water. Next, sugar. Next, oil. Next, so many materials are available. So, what we are exhaling? Carbon dioxide gas. It is also one compound. Water is a compound. So many acids we are using in day to day life. Vinegar we are using, it is an acid. So many compounds we are using in our day to day life. How the compounds are forming? So, due to the chemical bonding, the compounds are forming. So, that how to explain what is the how the chemical bonding is occurring. So, Lewis tried his best to explain very easily how the chemical bondings are forming. For that he chose Lewis dot structure. So, before understanding that chemical bonding, we should know how the ions are formed. What are ions? Do you know anybody what are ions? Yes, electron is a charged particle which is present in every atom. If electrons lose, if one element can lose the electrons or can gain the electrons according to the Bohr's and other atomic models, they are saying that from that we can conclude that electron can jump from higher level to lower level to higher level, and as well as it can electrons can shift from one material to one atom to another atom. Means electron is a moving particle. So, one element can lose the electrons and gain the electrons. What happens if if an element gain one electron, what happens? Which group elements are gain the electrons and which group elements are lose the electrons? Yes, let us discuss regarding these topic now. Now, you observe here nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine. Nitrogen, its atomic number is 7, oxygen, its atomic number is 8, fluorine, its atomic number is 9. Now, you see what is the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2 and 2p3. Here 1s2 and 2s2 and 2p4, and here 1s2 and 2s2 and 2p5. So, all these are outermost orbital is 2. So, these all elements are belongs to second period, and similarly outermost orbitals in this 7, and here outermost orbital, the total number of electrons in outermost orbital is 6, and here the total number of electrons in outermost orbital is how much? 7. Means, so to get stability according to the octet rule, every element, which elements have octet in its outermost orbital. Octet means 8 electrons in its outermost orbital. They have more stability comparatively others. So, that is what all the elements try to get octet in its outermost orbital. Means here nitrogen, how many electrons does nitrogen need to get octet? Come on, expect. How many electrons are there now? Now 5 electrons are there in its outermost orbital. How many electrons does it need? More 3 electrons need more 3 electrons. Here how many electrons does it need? 6 electrons are present in its outermost orbital. It need 2 electrons to get stability in its outermost orbital. Similarly, here only 1 electron fluorine needs to get stability in its outermost orbital. So, here what happening to get octet in its outermost orbital? So, nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine, they are gaining the electrons. So, electron is which type of charged particle? Come on, can you expect? Yes, you think about the charge of the electrons, protons and neutrons. Yes, electrons are the negatively charged particles means if one element gain negative charged particle means it get negative charge. So, that is what these nitrogen, if nitrogen gain 3 electrons, 3 units negative charge it will get. So, it gets negative, we will call this one negative ions. Ion means you do not confuse it, ion means simple thing, if the elements are gaining or losing the electrons, they form ions, they become ions. Nitrogen neutral, only 7 electrons are there. If it gains 3 electrons, we say nitrogen ion. So, 3 units negative charge. So, negative charge it is getting, so that is what it is called negative charged ions. Similarly, oxygen, neutral oxygen has only 8 electrons, oxygen ion means it get 2 more electrons, means oxygen 2 minus. So, we will represent like this 3 minus, here we represent 2 minus, here we represent minus 1. So, this minus represents how many electrons does it gains, 2 electrons gains to get negative ion, oxygen ion, fluorine ion, fluoride ion. So, in this way elements are gaining electrons, by gaining the electrons they are becoming negative ions. To show this one we have an activity. So, by that activity we can easily identify, by doing hands on experience we gain concept, we get the hold on the concepts for some, that is what we have some material to do the activity, that is nothing but a laminated sheet we are using here, one laminated sheet, and as well as what we are doing, we are using the buttons, different color buttons we are using here. We are using one laminated sheet, you see, otherwise you can use the you can use the laminated sheet, it is very easy. Then we are using the different color buttons, you see, different color buttons we are using. So, now we will discuss how to do the activity. Let us now, you come here, nitrogen means, you see, nitrogen means how many electrons, only 7 electrons are there in the atom. So, in outermost orbital how many electrons are there, 5 electrons. Now, I am placing 5 electrons. Now, we will do the activity with the laminated sheet and color buttons. Now, let us take nitrogen, how many electrons are there in its orbitals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 electrons. So, you see, now I am placing in the K shell 2 electrons, in the L shell 5 electrons are present. You see, K shell only 2 electrons, in the L shell KL 5 electrons, I am placing 5 electrons here, you see 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So, this is actual nitrogen atomic structure, this is neutral atom. Now, you see it gained 3 electrons. So, the gained electrons I am using different color, because it how many electrons does it gain. So, that is what I am using different color buttons. You see how many electrons does nitrogen need to get octet in its outermost orbital? Yes, 3 electrons. So, I am using 3 buttons. You see I am placing 3 electrons, 1, 2, 3. Now, you count how many electrons are there in its outermost orbital. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and gained electrons 1, 2, 3, 3 plus 5, 8. So, nitrogen got 8 electrons in its outermost orbital. So, 3 electrons nitrogen gained. So, that is what it is, negatively charged ion, its ionization, it is N, it is represented by N minus 3 like this, N 3 minus. So, 3 units negative charged it gains. Okay. Similarly, we can explain oxygen. Let us see how many electrons are present in the oxygen, 8 electrons exactly, very good. So, 8 electrons we will represent first, you see 1, 2 electrons in K orbital. How many electrons are there in L orbital? In the 8, 2 electrons already arranged. How many? Remaining 6 electrons. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many electrons? 6 electrons. How many electrons does oxygen need to get octet in its outermost orbital? Yes, 2 electrons. I am using different color, 2 electrons, you see 1, 2. Now see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, oxygen get 8 electrons in its outermost orbital, means how oxygen get 2 electrons, gain 2 electrons means 2 units negative charged. So, oxygen gain 2 units negative charge, it is represented by oxygen 2 minus. Similarly, we will do the fluorine also. How many electrons are there in fluorine? Yes, 9 electrons are there. In outermost orbital, how many? 7 electrons are there. Now, we will arrange it. You see, how many electrons has to place in the K? Right, 2 electrons. And all other elements, how many? 9 means 7 electrons have to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total how many? 9 electrons are there in it. In the outermost orbital 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many electrons does it need to get octet in its outermost orbital? Yes, 1 electron. So, I am placing 1 electron. So, how many electrons does the fluorine gain? 1 electron. How much charge it gains? 1 unit negative charge. So, fluorine is 1 unit negative charged particle now. It is fluoride ion, you see fluoride ion will be represented like this. So, in this way, by using these kit, you can arrange all the elements, how does they are forming the negative charged ions, and it is very easy to understand. It is the materials are available in our surroundings. It is very easy to collect, and as well as it is very easy to understand the Lewis dot structure. So, try to do these activity and understand the Lewis dot structure and how the ions are forming.